I grew up in a village where demons walked at night. They called your name. They knocked on your door. They pretended to be your loved ones. If you answered, you were gone. I thought these were just folktales until I saw them myself. If you're watching this, please pray tonight. Because once they know your name, they never stop calling. Welcome to Calabash of Stories. Stay with us as we unfold this interesting story. The first time I heard them was outside my window. A dragging sound. Heavy breathing. Then a voice that sounded like my dead grandmother, calling my name. When I peeked through the hole in the wall, I saw it. A tall, thin shadow with no face, just smooth skin where eyes and a mouth should be. That was when I learned about the night faces. The elders said they were demons that walked among the living after sunset. They could take voices, even laughs, even cries. They always called by name. If you stepped outside, you were gone. And people were already disappearing. The first was Baba Musa, the palm wine tapper. They found him sitting outside his hut, eyes wide, mouth open in silent terror. No wounds. Just gone. Then a little boy drowned at the stream, except his clothes were dry. After that, almost every week, there was news. A farmer found dead in his field, face twisted. A hunter lying in the road, bones bent like sticks. A woman who opened her door at night because she thought she heard her sister crying, only to vanish without a trace. During the day, people tried to act normal. But once the sun started setting, the entire village changed. You could hear doors being bolted, prayers being whispered, lamps being blown out early. No one lingered outside. And even inside, people still heard them. The voices. The knocks. The dragging. One night, after prayer, I got thirsty and stepped out to fetch water. That was when I saw it, a tall figure by the tree, arms too long, head tilted, walking toward me. It spoke with my father's voice. Then my mother's. Then my grandmother's. I dropped the cup and ran back inside. The thing followed. It knocked, slow and heavy. Then faster, harder, until the whole hut shook. It kept calling us, laughing, crying, whispering. My mother gathered us and prayed loudly. She didn't stop, even when the wall scratched and the door bent. She prayed until silence fell. By morning, the mud walls had deep claw marks. That was when I truly understood, without prayer, we were nothing but prey. My friend A was stubborn. He didn't believe in bold people stories. One evening, he came running to me, pale and shaking. He said something had knocked on their door the night before, calling his mother's name in her dead brother's voice. His mother nearly opened, but A pulled her back. They both prayed until dawn. I thought he had learned his lesson. But the next week, he bragged that nothing scared him anymore. He even dared to say out loud, "If they come again, I'll face them. I want to see what they really look like." That same night, I heard screaming from his hut. When people gathered in the morning, the hut was empty. No sign of him or his mother. The mats were overturned, the door broken, claw marks everywhere. They were never found. The elders shook their heads and said, "He mocked them. He called them." And they answered. After Ao disappeared, fear spread like fire. People begged the elders to do something. So one evening, they gathered us all in the square. They lit a huge fire and slaughtered a goat. The oldest elder, bent with age, spoke in a trembling voice. "These spirits walk because people have stopped praying. The land is no longer guarded. We must cleanse it." They poured the goat's blood into the fire. The flames hissed and turned black smoke. All of us children were told to kneel and repeat prayers after the elders. That night, the whole village stayed awake, singing and praying until dawn. For a few days, the voices stopped. The dragging stopped. The air felt lighter. But demons are patient. They came back. I will never forget the night I had it happen to our neighbor. Her name was Mama Busy. She was a widow who lived with her daughter. That night, just after midnight, I woke to the sound of a woman screaming. It was Mama Busy's voice. I pressed my ear to the wall. She was shouting, "Who is it? Who is crying?" Then silence. Then the sound of her door creaking open. Then a scream that cut off too suddenly. By morning, the hut was empty. Only her daughter remained, sitting alone, eyes wide and unblinking. She never spoke again. The elders carried her away. Nobody knows what happened to her after. The scariest night of my life happened not long after that. We had just finished prayers when the knocking started. At first, it was only one door. Then another. Then another. Soon, every hut in the compound was being knocked on at the same time. Voices filled the air. Some crying, some laughing, some calling names. My name. My brother's name. My mother's. We huddled together, praying, while outside it sounded like hundreds of them were walking, dragging, scratching. The ground shook with their footsteps. The air smelled like rotten eggs. At one point, I swear I saw shadows moving inside the hut even though no one had opened the door. We prayed until our voices cracked. We prayed until dawn. When the sun rose, the knocking stopped. The voices vanished. But many huts in the village were empty. People had opened their doors. After that night, my mother decided we had to leave. She said the land was cursed, and as long as we stayed, we were never safe. We traveled to another town, far away. Life was different there, but my mother never stopped making us pray every night. She said demons don't just belong to one place. They follow weakness. Years passed. I grew older. But sometimes, even now, I hear it. The dragging outside my window. A voice calling my name. Sometimes it sounds like my grandmother. Sometimes like my father. Sometimes like people I know who are still alive. I don't answer. I don't look. I just pray. I'm saying this because I know many people today laugh at prayer. They think these are just old stories. But I lived it. I saw it. I lost friends and neighbors to it. The night faces are real. They don't stop. They don't sleep. They wait in the dark, calling, knocking, scratching. And once they know your name, they never stop calling. So please, if you are watching this, don't go to sleep without praying tonight. Because they are listening. And they are always hungry.